The Little Palace's Kitten and the Stray Cat. A tale of unbreakable bond. A tiny palace's kitten, deprived of its mother's warmth, once encountered a frail, stray cat, and no one could have imagined how fateful this meeting would become. She surrounded him with care and love as if he were her own, raising him like a true mother. Though these two were so different, their lives became inextricably linked. Then, something truly astonishing happened. An event that left everyone speechless. Stay with us until the end to find out what unfolded. A fateful discovery. It all began on a warm spring day when a woman from a small village sought help from the nearest animal shelter. On her porch, she had discovered a barely breathing baby that, at first glance, seemed like an ordinary kitten. But upon closer inspection, she realized with shock, this was no ordinary kitten. It was a palace's cat cub. She had no idea how this wild creature had ended up in her yard. She searched the surroundings and waited, hoping the mother would return. But as time passed, it became clear the cub had been abandoned. And without human intervention, this Little Palace's kitten had no chance of survival. At the shelter, staff took the case seriously. Experts understood the critical importance of finding the right surrogate mother for the kitten, who was named Tiger. Barely larger than a human palm, he required constant supervision. He was so weak he couldn't even cry properly, meaning his care had to be uninterrupted. An unexpected surrogate mother. On that very same day, volunteers rescued another animal, a thin, exhausted stray cat named Lucy. She had recently given birth to 5 kittens, all of whom depended on her milk and warmth. The shelter workers debated whether they should try placing the wild kitten with Lucy. The risk was high. Mother cats sometimes reject foreign babies. But the choice was limited. If they failed to find a nursing mother, Tiger might not survive another week. With no time to waste, the team carefully placed Tiger near Lucy. And then something magical happened. The moment she sniffed him, Lucy accepted him without hesitation, as if he were one of her own. From the very first moment, it was clear that the Little Palace's kitten felt safe. Tiger latched onto her, suckling hungrily, and the sight moved everyone to tears. Lucy made no distinction between her own kittens and Tiger. She licked them all with equal tenderness, tucked them in for sleep, and wrapped them in the warmth of her belly. A mother's love knows no boundaries. However, there wasn't enough milk for everyone. Despite her exhaustion, Lucy tried her best to nurse and protect all 6 of her little ones, making no distinction between hers and the stranger. Weeks passed and Tiger grew stronger. He started to outgrow Lucy's kittens, needing more milk and attention. But Lucy remained patient, ensuring that all her babies, including the little wild one, were cared for. The shelter staff supplemented Tiger's diet with a special formula designed for wildcats, ensuring he received the proper nutrients. But more than anything, he needed the warmth and affection that only Lucy could provide. Day by day, their bond deepened. Lucy could recognize Tiger's cries even among the chorus of her own kittens. If he wandered off, she would anxiously search for him, calling out until she found him. She would gently pick him up and return him to the nest, ensuring he was safe. The call of the wild. As Tiger grew, his natural instincts began to emerge. His claws became sharper, his movements more agile, and his energy uncontainable. The shelter workers knew that, as much as Lucy loved him, Tiger was destined for a different life. He belonged to the wild, the vast open fields and forests where his species thrived. The day of separation was inevitable. It was heartbreaking, both for the shelter staff and for Lucy, who had given her heart to this little cub. But they knew it was their responsibility to prepare him for the life he was meant to live. When the time came, the shelter arranged for Tiger to be taken to a wildlife rehabilitation center, where experts would teach him how to survive in the wild. Lucy stayed behind with her kittens. But everyone knew, her boundless kindness and motherly love had given Tiger the most precious gift, the chance to live. A story to remember, How was it that a stray cat, once homeless and struggling to survive, could give hope and life to a wild animal from an entirely different world? The answer is simple. Love and compassion transcend species. Tiger survived because of the dedication of kind-hearted people and the warmth of Lucy's maternal instincts. When the shelter staff was asked if they believed in Tiger's successful reintroduction to the wild, they always smiled and said, "Of course, because Tiger had the best foster mother in the world." This is a story of resilience, love, and the miracles that happen when kindness knows no boundaries. It's a story of people who refuse to look away in a moment of need and of a mother's instinct that overcame all differences. Tiger, the wild palace's cat, got a second chance at life because of a stray cat's unconditional love. And Lucy, the selfless feline who once had nothing, proved that a mother's love is the most powerful force of all. Now that Tiger is ready to embrace his true nature and explore the wild, we can only wish him the best in his journey. And we hope that somewhere deep in his heart, he will always remember the love that saved him. If this incredible story touched you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here, you'll find more heartwarming stories of extraordinary friendships between animals and the people who care for them.